Well, I've finally seen it, and the entire world breathes a collective sigh of relief. Death on the Nile was finally released last Valentine's Day weekend, directed by Kenneth Branagh, starring Kenneth Branagh, Gal Gadot, Armie Hammer, Letitia Wright, a whole slew of other uh, cast members, very big cast, and like I said, I finally saw it. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Starting off with the good. First of all, Kenneth Branagh as Hercule Poirot, the detective in this movie. Once again, just like in Murder on the Orient Express, does an amazing job in this movie. In fact, I'd say he's even better in this than he was in Murder on the Orient Express. It's just a little bit more of an emotional performance with his portrayal of the character. I really, really loved how he did it. And I'm just going to say the entire cast in this movie really did an amazing job. I'm not going to single out a whole bunch of people because it just feels like if I talk about some certain people, it would give away some spoilers regarding the mystery for this movie. But one I really, really want to point out is Russell Brand as the Doctor in this movie. First of all, I haven't seen Russell Brand in anything in recent years, so it was really nice to see him again, despite him kind of being kind of a nut job from what I've heard. I don't know really anything about it, but either way, I really did not notice that it was Russell Brand at first. I had to look at the cast list. He's unnoticeable physically and just the way he carries himself in the role, because I'm used to the loudmouth British buffoon characters he plays, but he's laid back and he's very serious in this movie. He does a really good job. And another thing I can really credit this movie for is just how it overcomes all the controversy swirling around it. You got a whole 3 or 4 cast members that are really kind of controversial at the time. To this movie's credit, they were all casted before all the controversy, because you got the whole Armie Hammer thing. If you don't know what's going on there, just look it up on Google. You will find something. You got Letitia Wright doing her whole anti-vax thing on the set of Black Panther and on Twitter. I was actually there on Twitter when the whole storm with her started. And you got Gal Gadot with her Imagine video in early 2020. I'm still not over the fact that we were subjected to that. And if you want to count Russell Brand, you got the fact that he's been a figure of controversy for a few years. But either way, the movie does juggle the whole controversy, the whole backlash that this movie was eventually going to get when it eventually released. Obviously, they couldn't refilm it because they had 4 actors with controversies surrounding them. They couldn't just recast 4 roles and just whatever. Either way, I really love how they handled everyone in this movie, not just the 4 controversial people, but also the entire cast. They all do a really good job. Tom Bateman's not supposed to be in this. The character of Book is only supposed to be in Murder on the Orient Express, but they brought him back for some reason in this one, and I liked him in it. Probably a bit better than I liked him in Murder on the Orient Express as well. I really love the scenery in this movie. It's very well done. The cinematography is great. Some of the camera shots, the way that the characters are filmed like through a window, it's really, really good how they do that. The main mystery on the murder that takes place, really, really good. Really love how they make it really more complicated than Murder on the Orient Express. It's not the same kind of twist, where everyone had part in it at the end. But I really love how they handle the reveals that are given throughout the movie. And joke in this movie. Well, it's not really a joke, but Poirot's mustache actually gets a backstory in this movie, which I thought was kind of insane, but hey, it worked. And I actually got quite a bit of a laugh from the fact that it actually gets a backstory in this movie, and I just really liked it. And that's about it for what I liked. Moving on to the bad, what I didn't like, there's just a couple things. First of all, the reveal of who the killer is, kind of predictable from the beginning. Second of all, some of the green screen in this movie is very noticeable, like really, really noticeable. But that's about it for the negative. I really did enjoy this movie, and that leads me into the final thoughts. I enjoyed Death on the Nile. I know a lot of people aren't really liking this one. I do kind of prefer Murder on the Orient Express, despite the performance of Kenneth Branagh being better in this one than in Murder on the Orient Express. I still really enjoyed this movie. The entire cast was great. Death on the Nile was a very fun murder mystery, and I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So that was my thoughts on Death on the Nile. What do you think about this movie? If you have seen it, let me know down in the comments. What's your favorite murder mystery movie? Your favorite Kenneth Branagh movie? Your favorite movie containing any of the controversial cast members? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and I will see you all next time.